makes a guy easily unattractive?
Oh shit, there's many. When he doesn't have a fresh haircut, when he doesn't have style, when he looks like a frog. Like, just come on.
What's your advice to all the men?
Okay, you listening? Alright, the advice to the men is to treat your girlfriend with respect. If you want her to be your girlfriend, you treat her with respect. You treat her like you treat your mom. If you don't treat her like you treat your mom, you're not gonna get a yes.
Like her, but what if you like her and you actually
want
something?
If you like her,
You want a future. You want a future
you
with
have
this
to pay
one.
for Well, you're tripping.
These days, families are failing before they get a few feet above the launching pad. Divorce figures in this day and age aren't much better or worse than 30 years ago, but the differences in the cause or reason for divorce is a little troubling. At the top of the list of reasons for divorce in the recent past was infidelity and money problems. Now these two reasons don't even crack the top 5, and that's a little bewildering. Think about it. Most any couple can fall on hard economic times for various reasons, and if gambling or uncontrolled spending habits from one or both of the spouses is the issue, then divorce seems almost certain. As far as cheating goes, that seems to explain itself, but as I said, these reasons don't even crack the top 5 anymore. A recent survey published by Forbes illuminates for us what rates as a reason for divorce these days. Conducted in 2021 during the height of the scandemic, I meant during the period of time in which there was an illness of unknown origin, recently divorced couples responded to a questionnaire which delved into the reasons for their divorce, and the responses were somewhat surprising. Most of these divorces took place between the 3rd year and 7th year of marriage. The number one reason given at 46% was career choice. Coming in a close second is parenting style, which rated at 43%. Rounding out the top 5 reasons was division of household labor, relationships with family, and relationships with friends. The old bugaboo of finances was 6th. 63% of respondents said they wish they had a better understanding of commitment before marriage. And half of all surveyed wish they had a better understanding of their ex-spouse's morals and values. Shocking. The results of this survey raised a few questions in my mind, but the one that spurred my curiosity the most was this. Just what the heck were these people talking about while they were dating? Do you remember the beginning of this broadcast? What were those folks saying or complaining about?
You wonder why the bar is high? Because I set it for myself. I have a high bar for myself and my standard of living and how I want to live my life. And if you can't compete with the stuff that I can give me, then you have no business being in my life or a part of it.
I also feel like it's probably impossible to date me because I don't really know what I want. And I have this really, really specific idea of the person I'm going to end up with, or like a checklist of things that I want. And I think I'm just too hard on people.
What the hell are you talking about?
Seriously? This is what the focus has become? Who dropped the ball here? Was it their parents? Is it the new quote-unquote societal norms? Could it be that because of the breakdown of traditional gender roles, no one knows how to ask the right questions or even have a clue as to how to conduct themselves in a relationship? What's clear is there are many, many people who have no clue how to exist in a loving and kind relationship where give and take is the glue that keeps the most basic family unit together. So what can we do about this? First of all, these unfortunate souls need to understand the purpose of dating. Being wined and dined is great, but this is supposed to lead to the deeper conversations about whether you think building and sustaining a life together where the family unit can thrive should be the result. More often than not, it seems that the wining and dining is leading to hookups instead of conversations. If you are a man, look for a woman who is kind, respectful, and isn't combative. These days are filled with independent women or boss chicks who are hyper masculine, which makes them rude, selfish, and disrespectful. They don't need a man, so don't waste your time with them. These will be the ones demanding expensive first dates and complaining that getting a coffee is cheap and not worth their time. Run from this one, because all she is telling you is that talking and getting to know you is not on her mind, and neither is a long-term relationship that could potentially produce a family unit. This is especially true with boss chicks. They like the idea of a family, but don't want to put in the work because they are so career driven. Remember that the number one reason for divorce was career choice, aka choosing career over family. Ladies, have no fear. I will not be letting the guys off the hook. When you are searching for a man, look at his behavior. Is he gentle? Is he kind? Is he confident? Or is he brutish and disrespectful? If he's the former, good for you. If he's the latter, run.
Run! Get to the chopper!
Next, he should be truthful and speak plainly. No gimmicks, no games. Sweet talk is nice, but is this his nature, or is he simply trying to bed you? An honest man worth his salt speaks in a way that leaves no questions as to his intentions and designs. Also, is he hot-tempered, or does he maintain his cool under pressure? A man who is not in control of his emotions is no man at all. Of course, when it comes to defending you, himself, or the family, he should not be passive, and under those situations, aggression is not only appreciated but necessary. This last point highlights why dating with intention is important, because it could take a little while to see all of these things. Remain diligent and watchful. Finally, compassion for others and a love for justice is a must. These are often overlooked, but it is very important for a prosperous long-term relationship. Once young men and women get back to basics and start looking for what's important, then the sooner long-term prosperous relationships can start to bloom in full more often. This survey has revealed much about what has been happening to the family for the past 4 or 5 generations. The accelerated removal of the man and the father from the home across all racial demographics, the breakdown and quashing of traditional gender roles has led to much confusion and resentment in the home. The prioritization of career over family, especially as it relates to women. And perhaps the most damaging of these factors is the folks in their early 40s or younger, more and more, have no idea how to raise children. I offer this short discourse in hopes of stimulating the necessary conversations that will help people be a lot less lonely and dejected and experience life in a thriving relationship. This is how we will stop this degenerate slide into the void that is divorce and loneliness. Family on Trial. Dear family, your support would be much appreciated. So if you would think it not robbery, could you head over to PayPal or Venmo and show us some love? Just type @FamilyOnTrial and you'll come right to our account. Send us a blessing if you would. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.